Call the meeting to order. Shall we rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Our first order this evening is to recognize the retirement of Mike DeLucia of the Horsham Fire Company. Mike, how are you?
Mr. Walker?
I think many of us or all of us know Mike DeLucia. Good or bad. But tonight we have his pleasure, but not ours, to wish him a very happy retirement. So Mike is retiring from the Horsham Fire Company. He has been a community volunteer for decades in Horsham. And he's one of the residents that each and every community across this Commonwealth want and dream for. Mike has taken on Horsham Soccer Association. I'm sure he started off as a coach, and then that wasn't enough for Mike. That wasn't enough. So I'm going to become a ref. And you know what? I'm going to become on the board of the Soccer Association. So he was heavily involved as his children were growing up and in the Soccer Association. Still very active in St. Catherine's Parish in Horsham. But his years, almost 30 years at the Horsham Fire Company, is where we concentrate our thanks to Mike. You know, he was a volunteer for those 3 decades, and we all know that you sacrifice a lot being a volunteer. All of you do. And you sacrifice a lot of family time. And you go out in the middle of the night, and you go out on holidays and weekends when the rest of us are enjoying whatever we're doing. And to come across residents like you that give back so much to their community, again, it has been a blessing to have you, Mike, as a resident, have you as a community volunteer. All that you've done at the fire company, I'm not even sure what your resume is at the fire company, but I know my experience is fire police captain and also on the board of directors. And I can tell you in my career here, anything I ever asked, anything, whether it was an audit, budget, whether we needed your help, the fire police help, you never ever said no once. And I had no idea what was going on in your life, but you never said no. And if something was, you had a conflict, you always said, I'll figure it out. But you always showed your compassion, your passion towards Horsham. And I know through our many conversations, you love Horsham. And it didn't matter if the community needed you, you were stepping up. And somehow you would find the hours that were needed to volunteer and come up with that time to help out in that way. So you've always said that you love the community, and you really do. You really do. And I know this ends a chapter, but hopefully as you and I spoke, new chapters will come open for you. I don't think you're done yet volunteering. I just have that sense. So again, from the township and the community, thank you. Thank you as a township manager, thank you as a resident, and even more thank you as a friend for all that you've done, Mike, over 30 years for this community.
Thank you, Bill.
Mike, I'd like to echo the things that Bill said, but also add my own thanks. You have been, for as many years as I've been here, you've been a good friend, you've been a supporter of ours, you've been a supporter of me. Anything that ever needed to be done, you were willing to volunteer and help, offer advice, and that goes a long, long way. So I would really, truly like to wish you a happy and successful retirement.
Thank you.
Now, I do Go ahead. I do have a proclamation here that I'm going to read, but I suspect some of your friends here might have something that they'd like to say. So anybody from the audience, if you'd like to speak on Mike's behalf, if you just come up to the mic, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's true, Frank.
I lost my public speaker. Right, Mike?
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for the 27 plus years you gave me as vice president of the fire company. You were the chaplain of the fire company, and I want to congratulate you on your retirement. I guess the biggest thing I got out of you is a good friend,
Amen.
and I appreciate that, and I thank you.
Thank you.
Nope.
Chief, I couldn't be here tonight, Mike, but I wanted to be here for you to thank you on behalf of the men and women of the department. I've been on the street for 24 years, and when we called, you came. I also want to thank you personally because you and I spent many nights, 1 o'clock in the mornings, weekends, holidays, on how many countless scenes. And I want to thank you for the bottom of my heart. It meant a lot to me. Your friendship means a lot to me, and you're going to be missed. But congratulations and enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Al.
I would like to thank you on behalf of the Relief Association and the members of the department for all your countless hours, especially with all the audits. They were very organized. You did a wonderful job, even when you wanted to pull your hair out. That's why he has no hair right now. Relief audits right here. But I wanted to thank you on behalf of the board of directors. Thank you for being on our board, and thank you for all you've done to keep our funds going and our Relief Association running well. Thank you.
So I'm here with two groups, so this side. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Community Police Services Program, the CHATS program, Mike. We were a brand new program in 2001. No one had really ever done anything like what the township did before. You took us in, you embraced us, you taught myself and many of our members how to be safe, because sometimes we're out in the street and there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. And we're a better program because of you. And I will always be appreciative of your embracing us and helping our program survive, 20 some odd plus years that we made it. So that is no small part to you helping us. So thank you. Okay, Department of Emergency Management hat. All right. So as Adam said, Deputy Chief Dunning, many nights you and I were together in some real sad situations. We were never together for a happy reason. Hopefully now that you're retired, we can get together for a happy reason. It always seemed if you and I were at the same place at the same time, there was probably an issue in the town somewhere. You made my job a lot easier. You made the residents of Horsham be safer and be able to be taken care of better by both the fire department and by our agency in these difficult times. And your leadership of the department, of the fire police department, I'm going to terribly miss you. I really am, because you made a huge difference for me personally, and you made a huge difference for all of our residents. And I really wish you a lot of happy years. But I will miss you, my friend.
Thank you, Gary.
Congratulations.
Anybody else?
Just want to say a quick word, Ellen. As a new member of council, we had an orientation with the fire department, and what shone through in that one meeting we've had was how knowledgeable you are, how caring, how compassionate, and as others have said, how much you'll be missed at this point as part of the department. But we wish you well in retirement, and thank you so much for your service to the community.
All right. Whereas it is an honor and a privilege to recognize Michael DeLuca for his devoted services to Horsham Township and our residents as a member of the fire company for the past 29 years. And whereas, born in Trenton, New Jersey, Mike and his wife Ann have lived in Horsham since 1985. After attending Hamilton High School West, Mike attended Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science. Prior to joining the Horsham Fire Company, Mike served in professional organizations related to the pharmacy and even was an alumni president for the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and served on the board for 6 years. And whereas, having joined the Horsham Fire Company in 1995, Mike served as vice president of the fire company for 27 years, captain of the fire police for 27 years, chaplain of the fire company, and personal committee member. Mike has also dedicated time with the Horsham Soccer Association, serving both as coach, referee, and treasurer. The community also benefited from Mike serving in leadership roles with the Knights of Columbus and assisting as an Eucharistic minister at the St. Catherine of Siena Parish. And his years of service bring great credit to himself, his wife Ann of 40 years, his 2 children, Kristen and Mike Jr., and Horsham Township. Michael DeLuca truly exemplifies the noble endeavor to leave a place better than when found, and in doing so inspires all of us to do the same. And whereas, in recognition and appreciation of his 29 years as member of the Horsham Fire Company, we thank Mike DeLuca for his outstanding leadership, applaud him for his dedicated service to our community, and wish him the very best in his future endeavors. Congratulations. Mike, if you'd like to say anything before we do pictures.
He's not here, so I'll keep it short. First, let me thank all of council for their support and for the honor of honoring myself this day. I also want to thank Bill, Dennis, all the staff here at Horsham, because without them, my job would never exist. You've all brought up how dedicated I've been. That dedication was because I believe in giving back. Every day I want to give back to my community, to anyone who is in need. I made a promise to myself when I was about 17 years old that no one, if they were in need, would ever not have the help they need. And I will keep that till the day I leave this earth. And I'm here for all of you. To my friends and colleagues at the Horsham Fire Company, that's what made it real. Their dedication, their support of not only the township and the residents, but for everyone within the community at large is beyond any description. I was only one small piece of that little puzzle. And to them, I wish nothing more than great success, to continue the work that you've all done, and to grow and be the leaders that you all have the potential to be. If I can leave you with anything, it's stay safe and be careful out there. The world is changing. To the police department, Deputy Chief Dunning, or Chief as I like to call you, Chief Daly, Lieutenant Balsamo, and please extend this to Chief Scott Fida. The dedication that you all give each day to Horsham Township can't be described in a few words, but the commitment and the camaraderie that we shared over my 27 and a half years made not only my job easier, but really demonstrated that we are one here in Horsham Township in emergency services. To Gary and Chats, you know, I have to be honest. I didn't understand the concept on the first day, but today I can't think of having a scene and you not being there and Chats not being there for an event. Your service is so vital to this community and to me and to the fire company and to the fire police. So thank you for all of that. And to all of my fire police that served with me throughout the years, you are the best of the best, okay? And I am really happy to have been part of that and to be your leader for 27 plus years. So with that, I'm going to stop. So tell Lee I stopped short. And to say once again, thank you to each and every one of you, council members present and council members past. I couldn't be who I am without your support and your dedication to Horsham Township. So thank you very much. Thank you both.
All right, picture time.
One, two, three.
To encourage more people to do it.
1, 2, 3.
All right, next item would be questions or comments from the public.
There being no public, we'll
Dispense with that item. Our next item is a public hearing on an ordinance authorizing the grant of an easement on the township-owned properties to PennDOT to facilitate the Horsham Road and Limekiln
Pike intersection improvement. Mr. Walker?
As council knows, we started working on the Horsham Road Limekiln Pike intersection improvement project in 2016 with preliminary engineering. We are currently in the right-of-way acquisition phase of that project. As council also knows, it affects 41 private property owners that we have been negotiating and settling for right-of-way from their properties. By the way, we're down to about 3 at this point out of the 41. But it also includes us. We are included. We have properties included. And this hearing, by the way, has also been legally advertised. It's in your packets this evening, the legal notice, and also the proof of publication of the legal notice in the Intelligencer newspaper. But the areas that we're talking about for the Horsham Township properties are in green. Whoop. Can you put it up? There we go. In green, this is one of the 3 detention basins that had to be constructed for the project. This is in Cedar Hill Road Park. It is one of the locations. Let me see if my pointer works here. Great technology. So this is Horsham Road here. This is Summerfield. The project's down here. There will be a storm pipe that comes through private property. That easement's already been in place and purchased as right-of-way for the project. Here starts Cedar Hill Road Park, where the pipe will come and the detention basin will be built there. So that's one location that on our property for this project. The second location is Deep Meadow Park. So the Challenger, this is Horsham Road out front here. These are the Challenger Little Fields 1 and 2, Challenger League fields. And then there's a grass field back here. That will be another detention basin constructed on township property for the project. The pipe will come through private property here and then hit township property there for the basin. Also on this, you can see this trail that comes out from Kingswood Estates is our property. So that you see a little yellow there that is needed for the project. And then this starts our police station. This is the Horsham Road driveway, police only access to the parking lot for our police station. So you can see the yellow that will be needed as part of the project. And finally, in front of the continuation, in front of the police department and the township building, this is our exit driveway here. So the right-of-way and easement that PennDOT will need for the project is basically in front of the building and the police station. Our charter only allows easements such as this to be granted by ordinance. So that's why you are having a hearing tonight. And later tonight, hopefully, you will consider the ordinance so we can keep the project moving forward.
Okay.
And it's really as simple as that.
Any questions or discussion on this? All right. Then the hearing is now closed. We'll move on to the list of checks. Do we have a motion to approve the checks?
I move to approve the list of checks in all funds in the amount of $365,208.49 and further move to authorize payment of the same.
Second.
Been seconded. All those in favor
Say aye.
Aye.
All right, the
Next item would be to consider the following subdivision and land development plan. Spectracon Building and Construction Managers, Cedar Hill Road, 24-05-S, preliminary/final approval. Ms. Eberly, have we received all the documentation?
Yes, we have received the signed agreements to accept condition there in order, and it's properly before council.
Okay. Then, is there any discussion, or do we have a motion to move forward?
I move to adopt the resolution as proposed, granting preliminary final approval to the Spectracon Building and the construction manager, Cedar Hill Road Subdivision Plan 2405S.
Second.
It's been moved and
Been seconded. This is a roll call vote.
Ms. Harmon, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Slav, how do you vote?
So the only thing that I would, I guess, comment on in the application, I would rather the rain gardens not be flat. I feel like this is going to pose an issue with maintenance and upkeep. I don't know if they can consider like a naturalized swale or something more obvious visually so that homeowners coming in and or as the property changes ownership are ensured to maintain and keep the rain gardens as they're supposed to be intended. So, no, nay.
Mr. Wade, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Chunky, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Whiteside, how do you vote?
Vote aye.
Motion passes unanimously. 4-1.
All right, our next item then will be to consider an ordinance authorizing the grant of an easement on the
Township-owned properties to PennDOT to facilitate the Horsham Road and Limekiln Pike intersection improvement. Do we have a motion?
I move to adopt the ordinance as proposed, authorizing the grant of an easement on the township-owned properties to PennDOT to facilitate the Horsham Road and Limekiln Pike intersection improvement.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded.
Seconded. It's a roll call vote.
Ms. Harmon, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Slav, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Wade, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Chunky, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Mr. Whiteside, how do you vote?
I vote aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right. Let's see. Next item is adjournment. Do we have any additional business?
Business? If not, then let me announce that National Night Out is Tuesday, August the 6th at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Horsham Township Municipal Complex, 1025 Horsham Road. Carpenter Cross Bike Race is Saturday, September 21st, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in Deep Meadow Park. And the next Horsham Township Council meeting will be on Wednesday, August the 14th
14th at 8 p.m. Meeting adjourned.